You make the man just grab you inside, just hold you tight and just squeeze off your neck. And you don't realize it. You don't realize it. After the 3rd of September and Christmas, you still like a bar and say, "Me nah money for buying that, nah." And then now them a give out key to house and then make you feel like that them a give the house. And not go so. A Jamaican people money, all them a do a convert thing in some material thing and then say them a give key to house and everything. They don't make, but black people fall for these things all the while. Unuh really believe, say, after this election, 1 year time, 2 year time, Unuh life will be better because you have a precedence already. Over the years, Unuh have been doing this election campaigning and alabaloo about Unuh party, I go do this, and Unuh party this. When the election done, the whole on a ball, or from the election come on, after it done, the representative. Why Unuh keep and do that and Unuh keep voting for them? Unuh cannot complain because it's Unuh put them in there, and if them do something wrong, it's Unuh do it. It's Unuh fault. I can't freely say what I want to say because I never put them in there, I never vote for none of them. So I have all the argument to give about what them doing wrong and what them doing right. When you put them in there, when you sit down every 4 years, 5 years, and you run up and down Calavant all over the place and I say, yes, Unuh party must win seat, that this is going to happen and that is going to happen. Next election, same thing over and over. Over and over. It's a terrible thing. Quagmire, we're in a quagmire, man. Down in the abyss of madness and craziness. That's why them say 40% of the Jamaican population have mental illness. 40%, you know. Sick with some mental illness or not. And I don't really believe, say, them going to do something about the situation. It's like the two parties them come like a two-headed dragon. Two head like in a mythologies. Two head, one body. Two-headed cyclops in a Greek mythology. Two head, one body. The head have one eye in the middle of the head, the forehead. It's a madness. It's a madness. When we think say you have a what is the difference if you vote for PNP and GLP? What is the difference? What is the difference? The only difference is that one is a brother God. That is really one thing. The woman them is looking very pretty. I must admit. Most of the Jamaican people them who have vote, I claim to them are going to vote. Them not think out nothing. Them is not rational. It's like a little baby we are going to edge a cliff or edge of the veranda and don't know say danger lie ahead because them don't understand that if you go too far out you go tip over and drop over the edge. And them no think, them no look and say well walking that distance and because them don't have the thinking, the experience of it. But guess what? We are not children. Those who's going to vote are not children. It's big people them. And we rise a whole heap of them people who are going to vote not thinking. And you see the thing with it now? I hear people say all the while say, watch out, you must vote, you know. Because if you don't vote,
just drop it off right now.
It's not that.
Alright, just drop it off for documents, okay?
No, man, it's not.
Yes.
Delano, this at my gate. Delano, you're not getting my vote if my road yet. You're not getting my vote if my road not fixed. If my
by the
road
way,
not
so we'll
fixed.
patch out up there, sir. So the money finish. So we're going to finish out this side for you.
No, sir. me have to post up the video.
What
This
Patrice?
is not the
The
land
great
of my
Patrice.
kids.
No.
You know, have no argument. Well, you know, when me no vote, me have argument. Because when you vote and something go wrong, you don't want to blame the people them who do the thing wrong. When me no vote and something go wrong, me blame the who do it. Check a JLP or check a PNP. When JLP do something wrong and him vote for JLP, you know, him no criticize JLP, most JLP, and vice versa, most PNP people. When PNP do something wrong, them no criticize PNP. As a matter of fact, them criticize the opposite person and say, I him that started first, and I him that make that happen because him did do that when he didn't have power. Him now realize about the man who in power now is liable for what is happening. I know vote. So anytime them do wrong, I criticize them at the highest level. I don't care. Because I never did vote for him. And so I don't want nobody tell me say if I don't vote, I don't have no argument. I have the argument. Because if something go wrong, it's not I vote to mean. It's you vote to mean. So you come go like no, the thing no wrong. Because you find justification for wrong things. Wrong things. So we are say, you have to think. And that is what really we need to do. We need to think. Think before we act. Don't be impulsive. Just do things randomly and expect say every time you do it randomly you'll get the same result. It don't work that way. If you use a method to do the thing and the thing come out the proper way, you can use that method continuously. It's usually some man will turn on him light and him not to the light switch at turn on, and not to the light at turn on. And him turn off back the switch and expect the light to turn on. It's almost like him feel say him turn the switch the wrong way. And him, the light not come on and him keep a click and click the switch. And maybe it's supposed to go over and screw in the bulb properly, like my bulb, you know. You know. But we realize a whole heap of people don't think rational. Especially when it comes on to politics and religion. They don't think rational. There's no rational behavior in politics and religion. The two of them got together like hand in a gloves. And sometimes they put the gloves on them foot. It's a weird thing. How people become a different being when election time announced. That different being. You have some things with them do with them that never do normally. You have some things with them say with them that never say normally. And guess what? Them have the next 5 years to be able to see them way there. No, I always said anytime election come round, look on the people them who are swing on the bus them and have on the t-shirt them and are jumping at the coaster bus them and the van them and are blow the whatsoever and are make noise in the road. You see them same people there? 5 years time, them are going to do the same thing again, all over again. And the position and situation is the same. It not change. It not change at all. And them have an argument, say, yeah, I'm going to vote for JLP, I'm going to vote for PNP because my life's bad. I not get this and I not get that. But now, them can't get that chicken with a beer. Them can't get a free drive go, which part of the meat not keep. Because them run up and down like quack, quack, pee, pee, quack, 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 quack. And with a boss. So I said, oh, you mean? I said, Jamaica this and Jamaica that. Look here, man. If you live in a glass house, don't throw a stone.
Who do you trust to continue the crime reduction? Harris Chang or Peter Badmind Bunting? For love to Labour Party. Who do you trust with your agriculture and fisheries? Floyd Green or Satan Campbell? 5 love to Labour Party. And who do you trust to deal with education? Dr. Dana Dixon or Damian Goatman Crawford?
And it don't finish. But we're not thinking, and that is the point. We're not thinking. We're not thinking. We are impulsive. So we go out there and I talk about a labor right, you know, and me a paint here, this and that, and you tell the other one all sort of thing, and the other one tell you all sort of thing, and you know, go in a bar, and you know, profess on a political affiliation, and ray. And Unuh party win. And guess what? It's when you get out the next morning, it's the same life when I live. When you have no water, when you can't pay the light bill, no house, and the guy promised you, you know, there's so much time you hear the Prime Minister talk since there's so much things him to do now. He must tell you must look on 3 Mile. What the hell is that? Look on 3 Mile. That monstrosity with them call overhead bypass and all them something there. That is not something that I would have looked on and say, why progress make? Progress make where? Where is the progress? You must look on Agni Park Road now and look on Canton Spring Road. What is that? When you have 700,000 people still who have nowhere to live, them live on Gully side and Gully Bank.
John George side.
Okay.
Me recently I hear about land selling over here and I come buy a piece of land.
How much you pay for that land?
800,000.
How far did you reach?
I take it up out of the ground. We spent 400,000 including the workman for the foundation and buy the steel, the cement and the blocks. Me I go look work just to compare workman and everything. See that everything gone. You know what to do no more.
So the $800,000 that you pay for the land, who you pay to?
Me pay to my hairdresser introduced me to the man. And me get the receipt, then give them me TRN and my ID and they turn up the receipt give me. They send the receipt give me. Nobody not give me no look one, no look nothing, no give me. No, I thought me just have pause and soldier tell me so I like down the plane. Me just have to hurry to go work. I see that hurry to go work. I $300 and me go work in the mountain because I not have it come here see if it belows so.
And then now them a give out key to house and then make you feel like that them a give the house. Like say them going at them pocket and take out money and give the house. I say, well, right now, me love you so much, you know. Me know so my bank account I go drop like that maybe me can't afford another Benz, you know, but guess what? Me will give the house, yeah. Not go so. A Jamaican people money. All them do a convert thing in some material thing and then say they might give a key to house and everything. They don't make. But black people fall for these things all the while. And me cannot go vent myself, you know, because it upset me when me say black people. It's like you ever see a rat in a cage where them have this round thing and spin, and the rat has spin and feet them go reach the top of the round thing and all them have spin at the same ground part in the pan. Is that you ever see a dog a run down a carrot will get all in front time and that the politician them do it with all the while and then them come every 4 years, 5 years. I say them want you vote because them going to do this for you and this for you. They so quick him put water. They so quick him put water in the area. Then man say, boy, I have 30 years me live on no water never there, you know. You ever hear about the radio talk about at 30 years me live on no water no day. See the water come. Why them to this? Why them say so? Which school these people go to learn how to bandule and weave around the people them? That you look at it and say, but you meet the people don't see where I go out with them. And we school this politician, they look like them have a private school where them go. But you tell a politician you have a private school where you go, how to bamboozle people, how to build up them hopes. Especially when the election I come make them vote, keep voting for you. And then when the vote, you have people that ball about, you know, so from the man come round here when election, and then from we give him a vote, you know, we don't see him come back around here at all, you know. And when the road was fixed, Yes, but wait, you vote for the man. The man come around and come bamboozle you. And to the road one fix. And then when him come back, 4 years after him come back around and you hear and all them say, hey, don't worry yourself now, man. I'm going to fix the road. And you never get enough money in the council, this and the council that. Them give you some money there, but you don't know what to go. We have to do this and that. That time film woman go buy a car and film put them Ghana Howard University and all them something there. And when him sick, him just fly out and go to Miami, go to hospital. Because you know, some of them go to Jubilee. They don't even know which part of Jubilee Hospital there. So me I say, oh, we make this thing happen to we all the while. Me not understand it. It's like the person. The two of them are the same corruption, you know. All the person tell you, say, when you're dead, where we are going to happen. And him don't know nobody where dead and come back. Him don't know nobody where this. Oh, we make that happen to you all the while. There's a better life. Better life where? Where better life there? Oh, you know, say you're not in heaven now. Oh, you know, say you're not in heaven. Oh, you know, say you're not in heaven. Because oh, you got to tell me something now when me don't know about you, don't know about nobody know where you will live, know about it. This heaven where them a preach you. You don't know nobody who go to heaven. You don't know nobody who go up there and come back to come tell you about it. The man who will tell you about it never go there yet. So oh, you know which part of heaven, oh, you know say no heaven you're in. And you go to hell. Oh, you know say no hell you're in. If you do this, you go to hell and this and hell under the earth and 10 times hotter than the sun. What kind of man is that? The sun is 93 million miles from the earth and it's so hot. And you have to tell me say something 10 times hotter than the earth and like hotter than the sun under you and you know burn up and starch up the whole place. What kind of madness is that? How them get paid for circumvent truth and logics and reality and just sell we, just package it like a Christmas present and just say, take it. See them come back now with the next election now. 3 weeks ago now, them asked the Prime Minister when him thinking about call the election. You know the Prime Minister said, him not thinking for no election. Hey, I hope I can find that tape there. The Prime Minister said him not thinking for no election because them have the COVID for think for no COVID. 3 weeks after, boom, him say election. You can't just say people that are that. I don't like I tell you, you know. Last month, them asked him about the election, and him say, well, I don't have time to think about election now. We have to deal with the COVID thing and the economy kind of down and thing. I'm frightened when the man say, put on all them little joke business there, you know, put on Clarks and green this and you know, and then you have some little youth now we want to have some little catch up beside politicians now. They might make music for them and you know, I get money for it and them thing make a joke. None of the politicians now talk about where they go do and policies and all them something, you know. It come like a little joke business, you know. A dance and and before the election, them no want dance, keep 12 o'clock. Them no want dance this, them no want dance that, and the tune of this and the music, them are that and the music, them are destroy the young people, them and all them something. Now them are use the music now for project. Oh, it's where we come from. Where we come from. No, really no. How can people do this thing to people and then people keep doing the same thing, you know, same thing all the way to the people them conditions don't get better and you still make the man a suck you in so. You make the man just grab you in so and just hold you tight and just squeeze off your neck. And you don't realize it. You don't realize it after the 3rd of September and Christmas, you still go buy and say, me not have money for buying that, you know. I mean, want some money and you know. And you go find out some people that say, so I'm moved, well, you can't do for me. Eh? What? You know what them do? You know what them do? Them beg. What them, no, it's a serious thing. It come like says black people is only black people do these things. Them beg what them need and buy what them want. That is what them do. Beg what them need and buy what them want. So the things them that make, what could make them life more meaningful with them family and who around them children, like school book and, you know, buy a nice computer for them child, say, go study this and this and that. Them go around, go beg that. You know what them buy now? Fingernail, whatsoever, for make them claim so them look better. You know, say, I say, always stay some man. You mean, so I just saw you come make them twist you and turn you continuously all the days of your life. And then you talk about our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. What is in heaven that is not being done on earth? Tell me that. Thine will be done on earth as it is in heaven. What is it that is being done in heaven that is not being done on earth? Because you see all war broke out in heaven too, you know. Michael the Archangel, the same white one where they put him foot, where the name, where the Governor General have on the insignia there. Michael the Archangel, war broke out in heaven. War broke out in heaven. You know, see, because people are still the argument say, the devil, it was a good angel, and him start to fight against God and God run him out. Imagine God take that angel and run him up and put him on we as so now. And then tell we now, say, we must fall to Satan. Say, me just kill him and done and get rid of him. Why God want to come corrupt me with something where him not like? And then when come start not like me? Where we get this thinking from, or we come to this conclusion that is such a thing go?
Brigade in the coming days if contracted drivers and mechanics are not paid their newly adjusted salaries on August 25. The Jamaica Civil Service Association, which represents the workers, says it was informed that the drivers and mechanics will not be paid the new salaries, which took effect in July, in keeping with the completion of negotiations between the brigade and the union. The JCSA says it categorically rejects this position, as the workers are entitled to receive the new salaries effectively in line with the agreements governing the ongoing compensation restructuring. JCCA President Tisha Clark-Griffiths explained that the union will not accept any delay in the payment of the new salaries. She said the members continue to serve with dedication and commitment, and it is unjust to withhold their lawful earnings. Speaking with RFM News this afternoon, JCCA Acting President Kelvin Thomas said the union had dialogue with the management of the brigade. However, they were unable to confirm whether the new salaries would be dispersed on August 25. He said if the payments are not made, the affected workers may be forced to withdraw service until full payment is made.
We had requested for their positions to be upgraded so that they would be able to go home with some respectable salaries. So our president would have negotiated a reasonable salary package for them and was ensured that it would have been paid come August 2025, August the 25th, which is payday. So I've been having dialogue with the management, and they have not been able to give us anything tangible. It would appear that they are now making contact with finance to find out if the money will be paid. So they were not being proactive. And so word on the ground is that the money will not be paid, because if the fire brigade is not aware, and if the parent ministry, which is the Ministry of Local Government, is not able to state anything definitive from finance, it is not very comforting. So we have put the management on notice that if come the 25th the workers do not get this increase, we cannot guarantee that the workers will still be with them in terms of service for that period, and we are waiting for an amicable response from the Ministry of Finance and from the fire brigade in that respect.
Acting President of the JCCA, Kelvin Thomas, RFM News sought a response from Commissioner of the Fire Brigade, Stuart Beckford. He declined to comment, stating that the union did not provide a copy of the release outlining the concerns to him. You do not need to look at that zero. We are committed to giving you the best possible wage offer. That's the comment from Education Minister, Senator Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, as she addressed delegates of the Jamaica Teachers Association at their annual conference in Hanover this morning. The issue of wages has been a major sore point for public school teachers, especially in the wake of last Friday's meeting between the JTA's leadership and the Finance Ministry. JTA representatives walked out of the meeting after the ministry failed to improve its offer of 0%. The association said if a better offer is not made, it reserves the right to activate all its machinery to respond. On Monday, the JTA president demanded that the Education Ministry choose a side in the negotiations and demonstrate tangible support for educators' plight. In response, Dr. Morris-Dixon pointed to her role as an advocate of educators and the sector.
You know, sometimes you have to stay in your lane a little bit, but I am behind the scenes pushing for you. And I'm pushing for you because I understand it. I understand sitting in that classroom. I understand getting your paycheck and looking at what others got. I understand it. I was there.
She said the government is ready to continue the negotiation process so teachers can get the best deal possible.
It is a negotiation. And as the Prime Minister said, we are committed to giving you the best possible offer. No. As you know, I'm not Minister of Finance, right? So I'm going to tell you, right? So you do not need to look at that zero. Do not look at that zero. What we say to you is we are ready. The Minister of Finance is ready. The PM has said, as a former teacher, as a former Minister of Education, teachers deserve a good salary. And he means it. And so as we go back to the table, President, I expect that we will be negotiating in good faith and that we will get to a position that you can come back to your teachers with and that your teachers can feel that you have done them proud. And our commitment as government, our commitment is to give you the best deal.
Dr. Morris-Dixon added that the government's commitment to offering better wages is being materialized through a meeting with the unions and the opposition, among other stakeholders, tomorrow morning. She said anomalies from the last negotiation will also be addressed at the meeting.
At 9:30, there is a meeting of the National Partnership with the unions there to discuss wages. It will be at the Prime Minister's office, and we will have the unions there, we will have civil society there, we'll have government and opposition has been invited to it. So this is serious. There also, and the President has spoken to me about anomalies from the last negotiation, and that those anomalies also have to be addressed. So it's not just, the go forward position, but it's also addressing some anomalies that you have found. And it's not just you, it's also you and other public sector workers that have seen that.
And Dr. Morris-Dixon given her commitment to public school educators that the government will implement a policy aimed at renovating staff rooms at institutions. The minister was speaking today at the Jamaica Teachers Association annual conference in Hanover. Dr. Morris-Dixon noted that the current state of many staff rooms is unacceptable, especially as it relates to temperature.
I did not like the conditions that our teachers were working in the staff rooms. They were so hot. And then you saw, crumbling infrastructure. And so one of the things I need to work on, and I will work on, and with the help of the JTA, is improving our staff rooms. We have to implement a policy of fixing our staff rooms. We have to put ACs in there. We have to put better furniture in there. It needs to be conducive to the hard work that you are doing.
She said the renovations will include the installation of air conditioning units to combat the heat.
And so one of the commitments I'm giving you and to the JTA is that we will work through a program of infrastructure improvement for specifically the staff rooms across Jamaica. And this is why it's important for me to go out. You don't know this unless you go in there and you sit down in there and talk to the teachers. And you have to take off your jacket because you are sweating profusely and you're like, this is not fair. It's not fair. And so this is an area that you're going to hear a lot more about, because it is important and you have to be working in a much more comfortable environment than you are right now.
In response to a complaint from a teacher at the Davis Primary School in St. Catherine about the lack of a staff room and the portable classroom furniture, Dr. Morris Dixon noted that the government has $300 million available for school furniture.
There is a pool of funds which is $300 million for furniture. Any school who has an issue with furniture and you feel that you've not been able to get the support that you need, please come to us after and let us know, because the financing is there. And of course, you know, sometimes I'll go to a school and they'll tell me that this is a problem and we can easily fix it. So I'm glad that you're raising it, and it sounds like other people have the same challenge in terms of furniture. So if you have an issue with furniture, come to us, please, and we will sort it out for you.
Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon. 3 observer missions have so far committed to observe the September 3 general election. The Electoral Office of Jamaica, EOJ, says the confirmed missions are from the Caribbean Community CARICOM, the Organization of American States, and Citizens Action for Free and Fair Elections, CAFE. The OAS mission will be headed by former Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Dr. Kenny Anthony. The EOJ says following the final reconciliation, 184 candidates were nominated on Monday to contest the general election. 63 candidates were each nominated for the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, and the People's National Party, PNP. 43 for the Jamaica Progressive Party, JPP, 7 for the United Independents Congress, and 8 persons were nominated as independent candidates. Meantime, 6 candidates were confirmed as duly nominated for by-elections in the Chancery Hall, Olympic Gardens, and Denham Town divisions. The JLP and PNP each had 3 candidates. The EOJ says it has commenced the printing of ballot papers with the names of the candidates. It adds that its preparations for the printing of voters' lists, selection of placement and election day workers, as well as distribution of supplies are advanced. The EOJ notes that voting for special services, that is, election day workers, police and military electors, will take place on Friday, August 29. The ruling Jamaica Labour Party says the real difference with its approach to crime fighting is that the Holness-led administration gets results. JLP's campaign chairman, Dr. Christopher Tufton, was responding to recent comments by opposition spokesman on security, Peter Bunting, and about Jamaica's crime-fighting strategy. Mr. Bunting had chided the government for what he describes as the promotion of a warrior mentality among the security forces.
There's a fundamental difference in the approach of the People's National Party to the existing administration. If I were to characterize the difference, I would say it's the militarization or the warrior mentality of the security forces that this government promotes versus the guardian mentality that the PNP promotes. So with a warrior mentality, our security forces go out to fight crime and enforce the law. With a guardian mentality, our security forces go out every day to uphold the human rights of our citizens.
Opposition spokesman on security Peter Bunting speaking at the PNP's manifesto launch on Tuesday, August 12. Yesterday, Dr. Tufton maintained that the governing JLP has done the work to keep citizens safe.
What we have done as a party is to apply intelligence gathering, put more police on the ground, and have been able to control and reduce crime by well over 50% year to date. Never before has that happened. So yes, there is a difference between Bunting's crime plan and the PNP's crime plan and the JLP's crime plan. Their plan is to talk. Their plan is to divine intervention alone without action. Our plan is to ensure that we act, and we act where it is important to deal with the deviants out there so that law-abiding citizens can walk around freely and feel safer in their communities.
JLP campaign chairman Dr. Christopher Tufton. 6 of the 9 men who escaped from the Constant Spring lockup in St. Andrew yesterday have been recaptured. They are 31-year-old Junior Barnes, who was charged with possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized ammunition, 25-year-old Kamal Kelly, who was charged with shooting with intent, and 27-year-old Brandon Ennis, who was charged with possession of prohibited weapon. They were all of St. Andrew addresses and were apprehended in Trelawney today. Also captured are 19-year-old Richard Bishop, who was charged with burglary and larceny, 23-year-old Talik Chambers, who was charged with identity theft, and 46-year-old David Roden, who was charged with arson. Roden was recaptured yesterday, shortly after he escaped, while Chambers was captured in St. Catherine North Division and Bishop in the St. Andrew South Division between yesterday and today. 3 men remain at large. They are 19-year-old Alonzo Dispute, who was charged with murder, 25-year-old Donnie Douglas, who is charged with wounding with intent, shooting with intent, and malicious destruction of property, and 18-year-old Frey Messias, who is charged with rape. The men are being urged to surrender to the police immediately. Persons are also being reminded that it is a criminal offense to harbor a fugitive. The Manchester police have charged 32-year-old Javon Simpson, otherwise called Spuggy, a taxi operator of Sear District in the parish, with malicious destruction of property following an incident in his community on Sunday, August 17. Reported at about 4 p.m., Simpson and the woman with whom he was intimately involved got into an argument. During the quarrel, Simpson allegedly destroyed an iPhone 12 valued at $85,000 and an iPhone 14 valued at $114,000. Further allegations are that Simpson also damaged several articles of clothing belonging to the complainant, which are valued at about $10,000. A report was made to the police and Simpson was arrested and charged. His court date is being finalized. The legal team of Senior People's National Party member Katie Knight says a response has not yet been received from the police commissioner in relation to a probe it requested into the treatment and use of an audio that was played at a recent Jamaica Labour Party mass rally. The lawyers say the manipulated audio recording was purported to be their client speaking disparagingly of opposition leader and PNP President Mark Golding. In a letter last week, the law firm Knight, Jr. and Samuels, on behalf of KD Knight, wrote to Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake and cited possible breaches of the Cybercrimes Act. The team asked that the matter be investigated. Later in the same week, the lawyers submitted to the Commissioner another letter in what they say is the original voice recording of Mr. Knight, which they argue was reportedly manipulated and played at the JLP rally. Attorney at law Bert Samuel said he believes the audio will assist in the investigation. He said he was hoping that the Commissioner would have responded to both letters by Monday, August 18. In an update today, Mr. Samuel said he has not heard from the Commissioner in relation to the matter. Mr. Samuel stressed that the issue demands swift and decisive action, given its public significance and potential implications.
Having written to the Commissioner of Police twice, that is on the 15th of August, and after that there was a follow-up letter 2 days later asking him to commence investigations into the statement allegedly attributed to KD Knight, because we have the view that it breaches 2 laws. One is Representation of the People's Act and the Cybercrime Act. We have not yet heard from the Commissioner of Police. We made it clear to him that this is a matter of great public interest and he should move quickly to carry out an investigation in what we call the manipulated voice recording of KD Knight.
Attorney at law Bert Samuels. George Mackenzie, a 48-year-old farmer who had been on the Jamaica Constabulary Force's wanted list since June 19 last year, was today offered bail in the sum of $1 million in the Manchester Parish Court. The bail application was made by his attorneys, King Counsel Peter Champagny and Patrice Riley. It's alleged that on June 19, 2024, Mackenzie was driving a Honda motor vehicle in Middle Quarter, St. Elizabeth, when it was intercepted by police who were conducting an operation. The motor vehicle was searched and cocaine with an estimated street value of $1 million was reportedly found in a secret compartment. It's alleged that during the search, Mackenzie fled the scene and was later placed on the JCF's wanted list. Last month, Mr. Mackenzie surrendered to the police. In making the bail application, Mackenzie's lawyers said before the incident their client had loaned the vehicle to someone. The judge granted Mackenzie bail with strict reporting conditions to the police. He was also ordered to surrender his travel documents and was placed on a curfew. Mackenzie is scheduled to appear in court on September 17. Ground has been broken for the establishment of a smart bus stop in Mount Ceiling, Montego Bay, St. James. The $4.7 million initiative is part of efforts to modernize transportation and enhance public safety in the second city. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony yesterday, Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon, noted that the project will run for roughly 6 weeks. 2,000 persons, including staff at the Cornwall Regional Hospital and the Western Children and Adolescent Hospital, are expected to benefit from the initiative. The mayor said the smart bus stop will be outfitted with internet connectivity, QR code functionality, allowing commuters to access real-time transit information and taxi availability.
We are far from where we want to be in terms of organizing transportation right across, but this is a step in the right direction. Because what you will have here is a system set up where we have QR codes installed to the bus stop that will be integrated with the Taxi Association, WhatsApp chats, and groupings. If you are a person who has ever had the experience of struggling with getting a taxi, then you'll understand how important that is. Especially those who will be working and those who will be visiting the hospital at night and those who are working in the night shift. When you come here and you don't know if the next taxi is ever going to come, when it's going to come, and you're so uncertain, and you have to be calling, wondering how you're going to get home. Instead of doing that, you have the QR scan, and then you contact the person. And then some persons will ask, so isn't it then that we can just have the access to the Taxi Association? Remember that this area is not one that caters to those who live here only, but those who are visiting, because this is the only Type A hospital in Western Jamaica.
Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon.